Hey everyone, this is Pixcaliber123, and we're going to be starting our next Zelda Classic quest on the list. Let's see what we got left. Again, I'm going to probably do all my shorter ones first, and then eventually I'm going to get to the ones that are going to take a lot more videos. Okay, so the next one I will be doing is this one. Yeah, all that weird abbreviation, but basically it's Shadow Wars 2. I guess it's supposed to be a sequel to the first one, but the first one really didn't even have a storyline to it. It was just mostly exploration. This one actually has, it's kind of less so exploration, so it's more like, okay, you gotta get this item before you can go here, much like most other quests. Alright, so let us get started. So you start in the corner, and yes, this quest does have the Overworld map, so that's always handy to have. This one's probably a little bit more difficult than the first one, again because you can't explore quite as much as before, so you're kind of, you gotta do one level before the next, but this one's kind of unique. The rules are kind of different for this one. So you're gonna find a lot of, I guess, Star Wars references of this one. Alright, so we pick up our sword, so nothing new there. Now, interesting thing, luckily it's only with this, with the wooden sword. You can't use sword beam with this, so kinda sucks. Pick up some free money there. That is there for a reason. Alright, so this first part, I'm trying to remember how much I'm gonna do. I think it's not so much grinding. You'll see the rules for this are kind of unique. Alright, so, here you are... See, this is where that 5 rupees comes in. Alright, so you pick up some bombs. I think bombs hurt you in this quest, so just be warned of that. Okay, so we can actually blow up that, so there's really nothing you can do on the right side. So I'm not, I'm just gonna show it. Might as well. There really isn't much you can do. I guess you can get a little bit of a preview of some of the stuff you'll find in this game. We have a Lionel here, jeez. And, it kind of sucks that you can't shoot sword beams. And this is just a typical shop. Remember, right now you can only actually carry 4 bombs. And yes, there is magic in this game. And this arrow, I think the route I use, I don't think I even buy arrows. I'm not gonna buy arrows at all. Because you actually don't need it for a good while. The way, at least the route I'm going, you don't really need arrows. So, save some money there. Okay, broken wall, so you notice that. Alright, so we got our first magic jar. I don't think the original Shadow Wars had magic jars, so this one's kind of a little bit of an addition. Okay, again, there's nothing... There's nothing to the right now. It's kind of a dead end. But again, I'm not going to buy arrows at all. So it's kind of a weird strategy, but you'll kind of see the logic behind this. That's almost like Link talking there. Okay, so... Now, the dungeons are kind of odd in this one. You'll see what's so odd about this. It's not your typical levels. Alright, so you want to start by pushing that block. And luckily you just start with the basic stuff, so just regular bats. Now this level is actually kind of long. You'll see why. Now I'll reveal the actual kind of gimmick to this quest after I get through this. Alright, so we have some Moldorms, kind of palette swaps. You know, they behave the same way, they're just palette swaps. Kind of look like the ones from, I don't know, what do these look closer to? Maybe SNES games. You know, again, they still behave the same way, so no difference. I mean, this kind of took me off guard a little bit when I first played this, because it's kind of a different design. It's not something you would really expect. Alright, so pick up a key. Luckily this is actually a pretty linear level, so no real tricks involved with this. You already have a Stalfos that shoots swords, jeez. Luckily it was stuck in the center, you know, so it can't fire like up or down or anything. Yeah, we'll leave that fairy there. And again, yeah, you can't go. See, if you went right from the start, it's a dead end. Yeah, this kind of looks a little intimidating from the get-go. But again, it's actually pretty linear. Alright, so you're actually going to exit the dungeon. And, you know, you actually go to a second part of it, so it's actually really interesting. Actually, if you go to your menu, what's another interesting thing you'll notice that you actually have 3 heart pieces already? Which is kind of odd, but I'm not going to be complaining about that. Alright, so head into the teleporter. Dang, we got some fires. Sucks, we don't have much equipment to work with, or actually any equipment. So you gotta be a little bit cautious. So this person actually talks about, there's actually 2 ways you can play this. And I'll actually be going through both ways. Luckily, you can play. It's similar until like the very end. So, wait, 3 heart piece, and luckily we start with 3 heart pieces, which is again odd, but get the full heart container. All right. I don't think you want to go left actually. I think that leads back to the start or something. Or back to the entrance. And again, luckily this first level is actually pretty linear, so no real tricks involved. Now I think the original Shadow Wars did have a boss key, so nothing new there. Alright, so just kind of follow this path. And again, the doors are kind of odd. See, the rooms don't really line up on the map, so you don't go from left to right directly. In this case, you kind of go just diagonal. And it took me a little while to actually be able to map this out, because you have to draw it to match that. Again, you have no magic shield right now, so you're gonna have to just dodge around. You can't block the fireballs. And I don't remember if the boomerang can block stuff. I know the original Shadow Wars can. Alright, more bombs. Yeah, you might as well just pick them up. And you got the Emperor right here. So, you know, you got a couple ways you want to play this. Do you want to collect Triforce pieces or not? But again, it really diverges only at the end, so... Alright, so just keep following the path, and this room has... Does it have a shooting one? Yes, it does. Yeah, get rid of that one first. Okay, so you will notice this odd-looking block. This has relevance that I probably won't be going to until the end of the game, so that, you know, keep the paths as similar as possible. But this block does have a purpose, so you just want to make a note of that. And we got a Dark Nut, alright. And luckily it's an orange one. So... Alright, pick up the boss key. So see, nothing too challenging. You know, luckily it's a pretty simple intro. Yeah, I think this one, if you go left, it leads you outside or something. So you actually want to go back to the boss door you saw. Alrighty, and... Ooh, free heart container. Not gonna complain about that one. Alright, so moving on, and here you will find it's kind of a dragon-type enemy. It's supposed to be an Aquamentus, I guess. Just palette swapped this thing. Just pretty much tank this thing out. And you pick up the blue candle. Now you will notice that there's no Triforce. Even the compass just kind of pointed you to this spot, which you just got a blue candle. And I'll probably explain that in the next part, just the logic behind all this. But yeah, the Triforce is a little more hidden than this. Okay, nothing else to do in this level, so... Okay, so I guess that's probably a nice introduction to this quest. So we'll just take a break, and next part we will start going a little further. Now that we have a candle, we can explore a little bit more. Alright, see you guys later.